Aquarius.
Now we're going to be looking at your solar chart for the full year of 2013 in your star sign. And basically what we're going to do today is take Mars, where it currently is now in January, and follow its motion and to see where it kind of ends up at the end of the year. What this will do will help to jumpstart you, knowing where Mars is, where you can hone in on the best energy available to you, which Mars is all about, and which arena of life is affecting you, so you can take that action and start building and see what you can accomplish there by the end of 2013. Also, we're going to look a little bit at Jupiter. I'm not going to give too much attention to it. It's only going to change a sign here throughout the year. And besides, we're going to be covering that on a monthly basis on your monthly tubes anyhow. But most interestingly is the big challenge we're all facing with that Uranus-Pluto. We all have it in our charts. We all have it in different parts of our charts. So I want to kind of scope out to you on your specific star sign to see where it's sitting, where Uranus is sitting, and where it's going to be hitting Pluto, and what your specific challenge is going to be forewarned is to be forearmed. And challenges are always a big punch, but it doesn't have to be a negative thing. See, when we know what it's about, we drop fear. We only fear what we don't know, and this is when we turn all rigid and we kind of scramble to kind of hang on to old security, and where we freeze. See, it's like if we take another image and think about somebody who's drowning. What's the difference between somebody drowning and somebody coming in by free will, coming in and saving that person? What's the difference between the victim and the hero? The hero is in the same waters, same waves, and yet feel very, very comfortable and secure. It's because he's forewarned and forearmed. And this is what I want to give you, because these challenges will give a punch to all of us, no matter where we are. But when we know which area of our life it's going to affect, then we can look at what can we do about it. How can we actually stay a step ahead and take the challenge and rise it. See, because not all challenges have to be a bad thing. Sometimes they come around with radical changes so that we, in a very quick way, can change direction. And sometimes it will just prompt us and throw us straight onto our life purpose. And this is how I want you to look at it. What good can you get out of the challenges in the sky here of 2013? Hello Aquarius, and happy 2013. We're going to be looking at your annual forecast here for what you can expect coming up. And we're going to start off with your Mars cycle. Mars, I want to share with you because it takes 2 years to kind of go around your chart once. And we're going to see it crossing 8 sectors of your scope, so it's not going to touch all bases throughout the year. And it's always really good to know where your Mars is, because this is our ambitions, it's our goals, and Mars is what gets us there. You know, it's like this this rocket scope that will hone in on various regions here. And you're starting off the year with Mars in your first house of personality and how you present yourself and how the world will perceive you. So I see a lot of energy coming out of you right off the get-go from this month. I see you being really busy pursuing things that are important to you, and especially within the area of thinking in new ways, trying new things, wanting to explore maybe even some new inventions or new concepts and doing it differently than what you have done in the past. And it's trying to kind of like put it out there to see how people will respond to it, okay? So this is the first few weeks of the month before Mars is going to visit your income sector. And then I see that really picking up the way you receive money or new ways to receive money. It's also focusing in how you can make your money. So this is where you should be looking, you know, because whatever you sow here now is what you're going to be bringing in for the next 2 years. So you have just this window of opportunity to make the most out of it. It's also about, once again, finding perhaps new ways to make money. And I see it tying in there with Neptune. So Neptune will maybe even prompt you to embed some of your dreams or your ideals. How can you, for example, get out of a job that you hate and follow that passion of what you really want to work with? And how can you make that money? Will it be enough to survive? This is what you're going to be working on there in February. Coming into March, it's more day-to-day, in and out, round and about, talking to people, interviewing maybe. Great time to make new interviews. It's also a time of a little bit of a challenge because Mars is going to meet up with Uranus. So there might be some unexpected energies coming in, visiting you there in March, April, so be prepared for that. But I see you got all the energy on board that you need, so you're going to do good. It's just when things come a little unexpectedly that can throw us off a little bit, but now you know about it. Then Mars is going to be focusing on your home environment, and now we're kind of looking at April, May there. Time to really look at the foundation of your life as well. How you're living and the way you want to live, and it could be your physical residence that needs a little bit extra attention and care. Repairs, upgrades, for example. This is the best time of the year for you to do that. You can do it any other time of the year as well, but you won't be that wholeheartedly into it as you will now here at spring. Coming into June, mid-June, is a good time. I see you taking time off, and it correlates there with summer for you, so that's a nice thing. You know, it's vacation time too. So you probably get pretty much like a double whammy out of it. It's time to have fun, use time to your hobbies, dive into them. It's a fun time to be with your children. For those of you looking to get pregnant, this would be the time for it. And we're kind of looking there around June and mid-June. And I have to say around mid-June, especially because Mars is going to conjoin with Jupiter. So a fantastic time. You might even get twins or get impregnated with twins. So yeah, it's like this is the fun time of year for you. So go for it and really make the most out of mid-June to July, because Jupiter is going to be transiting into this next sign of Cancer. Mars is following it, so it's a very busy, but it's also a time where you can expand and bring in a lot of ambitious new thoughts and ways. Then I'm seeing that it is more like routines, workout, health. July there, it's probably wanting to get more fit, catch up on yourself if you've been eating a little bit too much or eating a little bit too wrong foods, because Jupiter, of course, has been there, and Jupiter expands everything it comes in touch with, even our waistlines. Good time to look into fitness programs here in July for you. Coming in to autumn, your focus is going to be on relationships, one-on-one relationships. It's also partnerships and marriage. So your focus on wanting to refine or work or redo or put into place new routines perhaps in this area of life is the best time to get the results that you're looking for. If you are in a business venture, work relationship, partnership, they're actually going to be looking to you to take the lead, because right now you're extremely focused and can get a lot of things done. If you're looking for project funding due to this partnership, then I'm seeing that the later part of the year is better than the first part of the year. I'm kind of looking at there in September, August, September, October are all good months for this to take place. And there are grants to be found and project funding to be found. It might have to be worked with a little bit. Mars can get antsy and a little impatient perhaps, but it's pushing you through. If you have any legal works, this will be at the latter part of the year, October, November, for those issues. For those of you going back to school, I see that late autumn can be really good at achieving your degrees or starting to take on new classes and bringing in whatever research material that's going to be important for your career. And you know, right now you want to study because whatever it is you're bringing in of insights at this time is what you're going to be putting into your career just in the following month, because you are kind of right at the end of 2013. You're just about to head over the crest into your career house, where you're going to start 2014 with a big bang and with a lot of fame and glory received for good work. So just do what you can at the end of this year, because you're going to start 2014 in a fantastic way, okay? And then you've been working for it all this year to actually arrive at that point. But now, okay, Aquarius, let's look at what challenges do you have and where are they really going to hit out for you. I'm seeing first and foremost that it's communication for you and how you communicate and the way people communicate to you as well. Might be a little rocky at times, or it could be a little challenged, or there could be some misunderstandings perhaps coming in, and I see it triggering old patterns or old fears that you've been harboring subconsciously. Pluto being in your 12th house might have been holding a lot of things going way back to childhood perhaps too, and it's just been there, but it's like Cosmos right now maybe triggering those points, bringing it up to the surface, and it might feel a little uncomfortable. But at the same time, let me tell you though, when these challenges do hit you, and you have mid-March, mid-June, and I'd probably say late July as when these things are going to activate strongly for you. When they hit, what Uranus is wanting to do is to liberate you from it. So don't feel that you're being invaded. It's actually so that you can free yourself from old patterns and habits that keep, should I say, recurring in your life, okay? So look at it and don't go into opposition. You know, Uranus can rebel too, or just want to snap away from it because it's uncomfortable. But if you can roll with this, let me tell you though, you can become renewed. And this is the whole intention of these two planets for your sake, is to let go and rebirth. And it's a good time perhaps to talk things out with a therapist or a counselor if you're not too comfortable to be open with it. And you are, in so many ways, such a private person. I mean, you're open and like a big brother, big sister to everybody, and you know people can always come to you. But when it comes to your deepest inner emotions, it's hard for you to talk about certain things. So you might want to go and get a counselor or a therapist, so at least you can get it out somewhere. Okay, that is like the full scope. The most important, you have Saturn in your 10th house too for career. So you might see some added attention, added responsibility this year, but you're loving it. You know, you worked hard for this last 28 years, or the last 14 years for the younger group listening to this. So you're achieving a lot of new things that you can be extremely proud of. But tune in to your monthly scopes to get more the day-to-day, week-to-week kind of dates where you can expect good things to happen, when to lay low. And you also always want to listen to your moon sign or your rising sign, because that also relates directly to you if you know what they are. So until next time, I'll see you then. Bye for now.